Many American politicians blame China for the decline in the U.S. economy, and the latest data from the U.S.-based Economic Policy Institute shows that the trade deficit with China cost the U.S. 5 million manufacturing jobs between the year 2000 and the end of 2014. But some economists say it's just part of the way economies develop.
The way economies grow is that they're originally agricultural. This was so in the United States in the 18th century, early 19th century. This was so in China until more recently. Then countries become industrial, and their production pattern is oriented to manufacturing. This happened to the United States in the late 19th century and carrying over into the 20th. And it's happened to China again more recently in past decades. And finally, the country becomes service-oriented.
And with the salary of your typical U.S. worker under constant pressure, Americans are more inclined to buy products that give them more bang for their buck.
The reason that China can produce a lot of goods, a lot of manufactured goods, cheaper than the United States is that the constellation of the wage rate and the exchange rate combine to make their prices lower than the U.S. for many products. Not for all, but for many products.
Of course, the trade deficit between the U.S. and China isn't the end of the world. There are much bigger problems to focus on.
Climate change is perhaps the biggest environmental and economic risk in the world today. And the best hope, the best chance of avoiding the biggest risks, the worst outcomes, is to have the U.S. and China work together.
With Chinese President Xi Jinping visiting America this week to further solidify the relationship between the two countries, Chinese-made goods are not going anywhere. Reporting in Chicago, I'm Marcus DiPaola.